Hi, this is video 245. I start where I left off last week, with the Lancaster being moved back into the hangar. I believe they are just fueled number 2 starboard tank. Have you put some juice in the tank?
Sorry?
Put some juice in the tank?
Yeah, I put 100 gallons in. So leave it for a day and then go around and check the fuel tank, make sure there's no leaks out of it, and around the pump area. We'll disconnect the priming lines. We'll get those filled up with fuel, flush them out, so if there's any debris inside or anything, make sure that doesn't get to the engine. Reconnect it all, and then really check for leaks when you pressure check it, sort of thing as well. So hopefully all will be good. We won't have to prime too much on this side.
Once you've got the line full.
Sorry?
So once you've got the line full.
Yeah, once the line's full, it should be alright. It's just really getting that air out of the system from the starboard side to the port side. Once I've done that, then really you've got your two sets of runs in the daytime anyway. So
just got to get the camshaft in the 2 engines and you'll be ready for a test.
Yeah, camshafts again into it. I've forgotten how many camshafts I've done now, but we've got the fingers.
You've got the fingers, oh that's good.
Fingers, so it's just a case of actually
time.
Measuring them up, and hopefully they're almost the same width as the old one, because then if they're sort of like slightly wider, then I tend to change the shims to that effect. So then when it's fitted, it takes account of being slightly wider on the bit what goes over the rocket tube itself. So and then you still got to fit it to the engine to actually do all the fixings.
So there'll be some time yet.
It should be by rights next week.
It
should be next week, yeah.
So we'll be doing an engine test after Easter then?
No.
No. A week, 2 weeks after Easter.
Probably two or 3 weeks, I would have said. Anyway.
I'm rushing it.
Because we've got a lot more to do. We've got to check all the fuel cocks in the leading edge and things as well. Put the pump on. Check the fuel lines to the engines. The fuel lines on this side have all been out, on the port side. So we need to check those for leaks, and the fuel filters and everything else. So there's quite a substantial leak check to do before we even think about running the engines, as it were. Once we've done that, then that's really the fuel-proof bit that we're not going to have any leaks. Controls are just about done, so the throttle and the CSU and everything, so we just got the radiator to put on, the cooling pipes, fill it, and then the pressure and leak check as well to do. Once we've done that, then we should be finished by middle to end next week on the engine and power plant and the wing, and the rest is really going through the whole system to make sure we haven't left anything unlocked. Because at the moment, when I went back to the controls on Monday, because of the weight of the engine and the power plant, it had sunk down, so all my control chains were loose. So as it settles, they'll get loose. So I've just got to
keep adjusting them.
Keep adjusting them until it's settled sort of thing. It will get slightly looser over the year anyway, but we just have to have a quick check of them at some point to make sure they ain't got loose. And sometimes you feel it through the throttle anyway, so you can feel the resistance in the throttle, and if it goes up and down like this,
nothing's happening.
Then the chains are actually doing that before they do anything, they're taking up the slack. The propeller's on, so the aim is to get the propeller all tightened up and finished off today, stroke tomorrow, and then we can go down the sides and concentrate on the side.
Good. I'll let you all get your tea break.
Hello to my folks again as well.
Thanks, Lizzie.
Yes, we'll all get a cup of tea now.
Morning, Dennis.
Alright, now,
Been painted, I take it? Back in the hangar, Dennis is preparing skins he had made to replace the skin damaged from the donor midsection fuselage, the French Lancaster NX611. What do you spray on it?
it's basically brake cleaner.
Oh.
It degreases.
As you say, it smells, you know.
It degreases, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Dennis. Morning, then, sir. How many have you got cut out of these? Just the one?
Last bit. Terry just cleaned that one up. I mean, everything's in paint now, this is just the last bit.
Oh, everything's in paint, is it? You've got on well.
I got this morning, yeah, so...
You've got on well.
There's not much to show you, really.
No.
I just chucked it in this morning. So. Yeah, just got to finish this one off and then once it's painted, put it together.
Yeah. So you have to do every hole, both sides?
Yeah. Once I've done all that.
Can I put my fingers on it and feel it or not? Or is that going to mark it?
No, you can.
Feel too burned up, does it? But obviously there will be a sharp edge somewhere.
I mean, a lot of these will get opened up to the correct size later anyway.
Yeah, when the
Some might already be correct size. It's just a little job Dave's asked me to do today. Because I ain't got to lose track of where I've got to now.
No, that's the trouble, isn't it?
I've done the other side already.
The other side of it.
We've got the stringer material back now, so we can get on with the strings.
Oh, that's great. Let's hope they've hardened as they should have done.
Else I wouldn't have been here today because there'd have been nothing to do.
Oh, look what Andy's spraying.
Rounding 303s. This is just purely just to make sure that they look okay when they're fitted to the front turret of the Lancaster, and just try and cover the rust spots up.
Yeah.
Because they're decommissioned, you can't take them apart fully to clean the outside of the barrel.
Yeah.
Because as part of the decommissioning process, they put welds in here, so everything is solid to stop you then taking it apart and trying to make it into a functional gun again. So because of that, we're just making it look nice when it's fitted back to Jane. So there's just a little bit of a.
Andy's working on the cosmetic side. These decommissioned 303 Brownings will be fitted to the front turret of Just Jane.
Everyone's making noise today.
Oh, they should look good, shouldn't they?
I think so, yeah.
They'll dry to more of a matte finish, will they?
It will be, yeah, more of a matte, yeah. Like that really. This is the stuff.
Yeah. The bottom of former 38. It's all the way round, is it?
Yeah, it's got polished edges and then...
Oh, you've got to cut those out,
yeah, and put these holes in that. Then throw it to Mike, the rest of the stuff.
Which is the one, what's the opposite way round to this?
On this one?
Yeah, isn't the
I
one?
don't think there is one on this one. When it
I'm
goes
just
that far.
checking, just make sure we got it right.
Getting me worried there now. I ain't cut them yet though, so I'm alright.
No. This is the second part of the web for former 38. Terry's helping Dave clean down the first part of the web, which Dave has finished drilling and
Making
shaping.
sure it's degreased now. 30 thou, right.
There's a lot of preparation just to get it painted.
Yeah.
And how many of the cleats did you get riveted in? All of them?
From there, well, actually, from there, there's 4 and all of them, so about 80 of them.
Good then.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all done from there all the way up to stringer number 4.
They're not fastened to the stringers, they're just...
They're fastened to the frames, but not the stringers.
Yeah.
So still having 3 grippers there, now I've only got 1. So the stringers can still come out if you need to.
Yeah.
But where the cleats are now, that's where it's going to go back on.
Hey, it's coming on, kid, now, isn't it?
I didn't know what to do with all these gripper pins last week. I had stacks of them, all spare ones. I've never had that many. I didn't realise how many you'd used.
Yeah. Yeah, you use a few hundred, don't you?
Oh yeah. I put 2 boxes, 100 back away.
The radiator still has not been fitted to number 1 engine. This is the number 2 engine with a radiator. The trailing edge is being moved from the jig area, ready to be fitted to the Lancaster NX611. They will fit the aileron first in the trailing edge, before lifting it up to Just Jane's port wing, followed by the wingtip. The trailing edge has been moved out and taken up to Just Jane, ready for fitting in the next few days. These 2 extrusions from the port side trailing edge will have to be replaced. You can see they're obviously bent. They're waiting for the arrival of 2 new ones. These will have to be fitted in the jig before building can start. John has started to reinforce the wing jig by fitting more supports between the existing supports. When they laid the rear spar in the jig last year, it sagged between the supports. So this year they have doubled the amount. Parts of former 38 already in situ. This is bolted back into the jig, fixed on at the bottom here, on the other side. Dennis has got former 38 back from the painters and started reassembling, putting skin pins in ready for riveting. He's got the part of the inner edge riveted on. This is an adjustment bush threaded on the outside for lining up the tailplane in a lateral movement.
Yeah, right, so this Sunday I'll be running in the Lancaster Lincoln 10K for the St Barnabas Hospice to raise money for Charlotte Hodges, who tragically lost her mum just over a year ago, and they looked after her mum for the final few weeks of her life, and they did a fantastic job. She's hoping to raise £1,500, she's currently up to about £1,400, so it's all good. And there's about 10 of us running, so the Lancaster will be surrounded by all the other friends that are running and supporting it. So yeah, the Just Giving page, her name is Charlotte Hodges, and it's on the Just Giving page. And it's for St Barnabas Hospice. Video footage of the event happening. Well,
provided it's not raining.
Yes. Oh, not windy like it was last weekend, else we weren't doing anything. Thank you.
That's great. Thanks, Dave. If you want to donate to Dave's 10K run for the St Barnabas Hospice in Lincoln, go online. Just give Lincoln 10K Charlotte Hodges. The address is in the description column. Chris and the team have fitted the trailing edge and the wingtip to the port side wing. Morning, Chris.
You alright?
Yeah, did the aileron go on all right? The trailing edge?
Yeah, well, yeah, the trailing edge was a bit fruity.
Was it? Yeah.
Because it's so flexible.
Yeah.
And obviously we're trying to slide it uphill onto some spigots and all the bolts.
Yeah.
We got it on, obviously, but it was just a little bit.
And you got a lot of the screws in for the inspection.
Yeah, so the majority of them are put on. We've just got a few more to put in on the outboard panel. And then that'll be all zipped up. Went on alright, to be fair.
What about the wingtip? Did that go?
Yeah, that went on alright, that's fine.
Yeah,
that went alright.
So all the holes lined up because it's the English wingtip onto the French wing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they're all English, they're all English bits, aren't they? You know what I mean? Yeah. But
all from
British,
the same mould,
let's say
weren't
British bits.
British,
all British.
Yeah, all British.
Yeah, it all went together well, to be fair. With the trailing edge went on alright. I mean, even the fairings on the back end of this fairing here, this for the engine. Right, we'll carry on split binning.
Yeah, you do that.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah.
Cheers, Chief.
Adios.
Yeah, cheers.
Lie down, looking. That's all. I am going to get you.
I can't do my bit.
I just got to tap it into the catenation.
Oh, tap it in.
Right, it's just gone up there to do a bit of painting to make sure the camouflage matches the main wing. Now this is Phil, and he's going to talk about the rivet of the week.
Fascinating subject of rivets.
Rivets.
Of course, the whole of the Lancaster, and in fact the Mitchell, are all held together with rivets. And this is a new rivet here. It's purple, and it's called a snaphead rivet because it's got a dome on the top of it. And I've called it a rivet of the week because the Armouries had a gun in last week. They called it gun of the week, so I thought as a bit of a joke I'd put rivet of the week. But this rivet here is known as a 604. The 6, actually, part of that code stands for 6/32 of an inch. So in actual fact that is 6/32 of an inch in diameter, which is when you simplify a fraction, is actually 3/16 of an inch. What that equals actually, for all the modern people out there, that is 4.8 millimeters. And the grip range that's the thickness of the metals that it'll squeeze together, just like on the Titanic was all assembled with rivets, dome rivets. So the grip range, as it's called, is 0.4, which is 4/32 of an inch, right? So 4/32 of an inch is actually a quarter. You know? So that is the grip length, and that is the thing. The colour purple on there means that the rivet is made out of aluminium, which is an aluminium alloy that is soft enough to just squeeze and cold work. But there are also rivets that are green, that are magnesium alloy, that we don't use anymore. They corrode quickly. There's rivets that are black, that are aluminium, and there's rivets that are silver, that are duralumin, that have to be heat treated before you can form them. So there's actually quite a lot of information contained within a rivet just by its colour coding and just by the number of.
I never thought about that at all.
Now, well, a lot of people.
The main measurement then is a 32nd of an
Exactly.
inch.
It is 3/16 of an inch in diameter, and it's actually 4/32 of an inch grip range.
Yeah.
If you simplify 4/32 as a fraction, it's one. In fact, it's 1/8. Yeah. So that is 1/8 grip range.
When you said a quarter of an inch, I was going to say an eighth. but I didn't.
It is an eighth.
Yeah.
I know. Well, because we don't use fractions as much nowadays. When you simplify it, it's called simplification of a fraction.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure whether they still teach fractions at school, but of course we did multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division of fractions was all part of our curriculum, wasn't it? But we used to have young men used to say on the Tornado, why do we need to know all these fractions, Phil, when the Tornado's made out of metric? It's a metric aircraft. I said, well, the majority of the aircraft manufactured in the world at the time were American. Boeing, for example, and a lot of the Chinook and the C-17, they're all American aircraft, and they all are made out of Imperial.
Yeah.
So when these guys leave the RAF, it's useful to be able to know both the metric and the Imperial equivalent. So 3/16 of an inch is 4.8 millimeters. So there you go, a little bit of information on rivets.
Yeah. Right, thanks, Phil.
Yeah, no worries.
That's a good lad, thank you. This is the first aid kit box that fits in the Lancaster.
So, yeah, I'll show you. It fits just about here.
About there.
And then there's a window on the outside of the Lancaster that you can smash, and you can actually grab if you crash landed, grab the first aid kit from outside. But obviously, if you're inside and somebody gets wounded on a sortie, you can undo it, get the first aid kit out from the inside, but it sits in there.
Is that where the dinghy is as well, I believe, on the Lancaster?
The dinghy is in the top of the wing. And there's a dinghy release on a cable that goes all the way through to release it. So on the top of the wing, there's another panel, and the dinghy. The dinghy, if you've ditched in the Lancaster, the dinghy is in the top of the wing.
Yeah.
And can you release the dinghy by pulling the handle above the door?
I think there's 3 different places where you can pull it.
Yeah. Then it pops the panel on top of the wing.
I think so, yeah.
Is it on the inner wing?
It opens the gas bottle.
Is it port or starboard?
Yeah, it's on starboard wing.
Yeah. Come on.
In that wing with a window on it.
It's that thing with what on it?
It's the big square.
You see the little plastic window just under the scoop? Just in front of the F?
Yeah.
That's the panel it would be in.
And that's popped off with the night.
So I checked this area out, As you can see, there's a square section of skin on the inner trailing edge. This is where the rescue dinghy is housed. I'll cover the rescue dinghy in more detail in another video. Thanks to Phil for the information on Rivets, first aid box and rescue dinghy, and Norman as well.